Today, we're talking about a really fundamental shift in the world of artificial intelligence. Honestly, it feels less like a simple software update and more like a promotion. So let's dive into what AI's first day in the corner office actually looks like.
You know, for the longest time, we've all thought about AI in a pretty specific way, right? It was the helpful tool running in the background. It was the smart assistant that could go fetch data for you. It was basically the super smart intern, doing all the repetitive tasks nobody else wanted to do. It was something we used, always subordinate.
And that is the big question we're digging into today, because all the signs are pointing to the fact that AI is no longer just sitting around waiting for instructions, it's starting to take the lead. And this isn't some far-off sci-fi idea, it's a huge strategic shift that's happening right now.
Okay, so to really understand why this promotion is happening now, we first have to talk about the massive problem it's being brought in to solve. People are calling it the AI execution gap.
For the past few years, it feels like every company on Earth has been pouring money into AI, dreaming of total transformation. But for so many of them, that ambition just slammed right into a brick wall. There was this huge, frustrating gap between having a really cool AI model in a lab and actually getting it to do something useful, something measurable, out in the real world.
So how do you fix a gap like that? Well, the new thinking is, you stop treating AI like a tool you just hand off to your team, and you start embedding it as a member of the team. And this is where a whole new model is taking over. It's called Forward Deployed Engineering.
So, Forward Deployed Engineering, or FDE for short, is a totally hands-on solution. Instead of just selling a company some software and a user manual, you are literally deploying elite engineers directly into the client's business. Their only job, their entire focus, is to get AI out of the testing phase and plug it directly into the day-to-day workflow. And here's the kicker. They guarantee it will actually produce results.
This whole mission is captured perfectly in this quote from a huge new partnership between Accenture and Microsoft. The goal here isn't some long, drawn-out two-year project. It's all about speed and impact. We are literally talking about turning big AI ideas into real, tangible results in a matter of days, not months or years. It's a game changer.
What's so powerful about this model is how it gets things done. Instead of a manual, you get an army of specialized engineers right there on site with you. They're working shoulder to shoulder with your own people, using these incredibly powerful toolkits to speed everything up. And their one and only goal is to wire the AI directly into how the company actually operates to get real results fast.
Of course, for an AI to actually act like a real team member, it needs a totally different level of computing power. It needs horsepower that we just haven't had before. And this demand has kicked off a massive new hardware arms race to build the infrastructure for what everyone's calling the agentic era.
For a long time, let's be honest, one name has absolutely dominated the AI chip world: NVIDIA. They have been the undisputed king of the hill, but the game is changing. A brand new, really powerful alliance has just formed between AMD and Samsung, and their stated goal is to challenge NVIDIA's dominance and build the next generation of hardware for this new era.
So what is this new alliance actually building? Well, they're working together on the absolute cutting edge of high bandwidth memory. It's called HBM4 and brand new, super powerful CPUs. But look at their target. They are laser focused on meeting the insane computing demand they see coming by 2026, specifically for these agentic AI tasks. And it's all being custom built to work together, perfectly optimizing memory and CPUs for AMD's most powerful new GPUs.
Just to give you a sense of the kind of power we're talking about, look at this number: 3.3 terabytes per second. That is the target speed for their new memory. I mean, that is an almost unimaginable leap in performance, but that's exactly the kind of speed you need when you have thousands of autonomous AI agents all working at the same time.
All right, so we've got the strategy and we've got the hardware arms race, but what does this actually look like in the real world? This is where AI moves out of the server room and into your shopping cart, and even your hospital's billing department.
So first, let's talk about retail. It's entering a whole new era of agentic commerce. And no, this is not just a better search bar. We're talking about fully autonomous AI shopping agents that don't just find products for you. They help you plan, they help you manage complex projects, and then they go out and actually make the purchases for you.
Here's a perfect example. Kingfisher, they own big home improvement stores like B&Q, is using Google's AI for this exact thing. So imagine you want to build a deck in your backyard. Instead of just searching for wood, you tell the agent your goal. It then helps you plan the entire project, generates a smart shopping list with everything you need, and can even place the order for you. It's basically an AI project manager.
And this isn't just about shopping. This is also revolutionizing the incredibly complex and kind of boring back office work that makes huge organizations run. Take Mount Sinai Hospital in New York. They have AI agents that are now proactively scanning all their financial data to find and fix pricing errors and insurance underpayments in real time. Meanwhile, the pharma giant Roche has built a massive AI factory with over 3,500 GPUs just to put AI to work across its entire drug development pipeline.
Now, whenever a technology shifts this fast and this profoundly, it's only a matter of time before the government gets involved. And this big move towards operational, agentic AI is forcing Washington to completely rethink the rules of the game.
Up until now, AI regulation in the US has been, well, a confusing mess. It's been this patchwork, with every single state creating its own different set of rules. For companies trying to operate nationwide, it's been a total nightmare. So the new push from the federal government is to get rid of all of that and replace it with a single, unified national policy.
And this isn't just some idea being floated around, it is being driven by a recent executive order with a very clear title: Ensuring a National Policy Framework for AI. The whole goal here is to create one set of rules for the entire country that overrides that messy patchwork of state laws.
So how do you enforce something like that? Well, with some pretty powerful financial leverage. The federal government is now authorized to withhold billions, that's billions with a B, in broadband funding from any state that doesn't get its local AI rules in line with the new national standard.
So when you put this all together, the picture becomes incredibly clear. It doesn't matter if you're looking at business strategy, hardware development, real-world apps, or even government policy. The entire focus has pivoted. We've moved way past thinking of AI as just a passive tool, and we are now actively building the entire ecosystem for AI to function as an active, executing team member.
And that leaves us with one final, pretty critical question to think about. As we continue to embed these powerful autonomous agents into every part of our economy and our society, as we promote them from intern to a key member of the team, you have to ask, who is really in charge?